However, Kinyi was not afraid at all, and he didn't even have the idea of dodging. Such behavior was surprising, and he didn't understand what Kinyi was planning. With everyone's understanding of Kinyi, even if his strength is not as strong as Silver Thunder, if he wants to dodge such an attack, he can still do it, so that he can't do it at all, and watch the Silver Thunder attack. The Silver Thunder did not hesitate in the slightest, and a terrifying fist burst out, bombarding Kinyi's body, and the fist completely burst out. It's just that when the Silver Thunder's fist blasted over and was printed on Chiba Xiong's chest, it was not hindered at all, and it directly passed through his body and blasted behind him. On Kinyi's body, flames permeated, constantly churning as the powerful fist struck. Facing the powerful punch of the Silver Thunder, Kinyi launched the burning fruit, carried out elementalization, and was completely immune to physical attacks. If the Silver Thunder casts a ninjutsu attack, he may be able to restrain Kinyi, so that he cannot always be elementalized and immune to ninjutsu attacks. Rumble! The Silver Thunder's fist passed through Kinyi's body, and the fist burst out, blasted out towards the space behind Kinyi, and the power burst out, destroying everything behind him. Behind Kinyi, there was a gambling table full of chips, and under the bombardment of the Silver Thunder terrifying fist, it was directly blasted into debris, and the debris flew all over the sky, and a pillar was broken, emitting a roar. This time the attack erupted, generating a wave of power fluctuations that spread out towards the surroundings, shaking the people standing around to withdraw. Such a powerful punch could not actually cause damage to Kinyi, which made many people shocked and couldn't believe it. Silver Thunder was also surprised, and failed to hurt Kinyi, so he immediately withdrew, opening up a distance. Kinyi did not rush to pursue, still standing in place, surrounded by flames, and the position of his chest was a hole appearing, and under the supplement of the enveloping flames, he gradually returned to his original appearance, and he was not harmed at all. It was incredible to see Kinyi show such an ability, immune to physical attacks, and not being harmed. He is actually immune to attacks, what a terrifying strength! Exclaimed, feeling extremely shocked and difficult to calm down. I don't know if it's your Silver Thunder or my Silver Shura, it's fun now. Kinyi looked at the Silver Thunder 10 meters away, raised his eyebrows slightly, and said. Seeing Kinyi's arrogant appearance, Silver Thunder was unhappy in his heart, and wanted to defeat Kinyi fiercely and tear him to pieces. Little ghost, you are too arrogant, even if you are immune to physical attacks, but I still have ninjutsu, I can also defeat you, just wait for you not to beg for mercy. Silver Thunder looked at Kinyi and drank coldly. People who have nothing to do with N.A.N. Casino, hurry up and leave here, otherwise, you may be killed by mistake, Kinyi said. What he had to do next was to launch a killing and kill the people of N.A.N. Casino, even if not all of them, but at least kill those who were not inferior before. Kinyi is a very hateful person, others treat him badly, he will remember it in his heart, and then take revenge. Seeing the ability that Chiba displayed, everyone in the casino knew that there must be a big war between Chiba and Silver Thunder, and it was widespread, and if they stayed here, they might suffer and pay the price of their lives. Hearing Kinyi say this, everyone did not dare to hesitate, and rushed out to the exit, for fear that if they took a slow step, they would lose their lives and never have the opportunity to leave here again, appearing very flustered, making the scene chaotic. The people in the casino are also a little jealous in their hearts, they dare not be as arrogant as when the Silver Thunder appeared, and they are still a little afraid when they look at Kinyi's eyes, and they also don't want to stay here and want to leave the casino. After all, their strength is not strong, the battle between the two strong people will definitely cause a big ripple, they don't want to fall here, so they follow many gamblers to leave the casino. Korida himself has no strength, let him stay in the casino, it is simply his life, he also followed everyone and left the casino together. It's just that how could Kinyi let him go? When the Silver Thunder appeared just now, Korida could be regarded as the most arrogant person, pointing at Kinyi and scolding angrily, his eyes were like looking at a dead person, full of mockery. If Kinyi is willing to let Korida go, he can really be the spokesperson of a good person. Seeing that Korida wanted to leave, Kinyi launched a shave, dodged directly, approached Korida, and swept the latter with a kick, forcing him back. Boom! Korida hit a pillar, and his fat body made a dull sound, and several ribs were broken, and he fell to the ground, screaming, as if killing a pig. Kinyi did not give Korida too many opportunities to scream, flashed, and approached the past, appearing beside the ladder. Rune Chiba's ability to activate the fruit of surgery, his left hand reversed upwards, forming a hemisphere, which quickly spread out of his hand and spread around, shrouding the entire casino inside, forming his hunting ground. Although the Silver Thunder felt that the space of this hemisphere spread, it was not affected itself, so it didn't care much. Because Kinyi showed a strange ability, so that the Silver Thunder did not dare to underestimate, treat it cautiously, and prepare for battle. Chakra has been mobilized, all over his body, flashing thunderlight, constantly making a light sound, exuding a strong momentum, the whole person looks terrifying, just like a god-killing existence, invincible, unable to resist. After Kinyi released the hemispherical space, he did not hesitate at all, pulled out the demon knife on his back and cried, launched a laser, wrapped it around the knife, and stabbed towards Korida's heart. Seeing the demon knife stabbing straight over, Korida was terrified in his heart, feeling that the end was coming and dying in the hands of Kinyi, becoming overwhelmed, and his body was stiff and could not be avoided. Don't! He could only instinctively shout out and beg Kinyi for mercy. As the devil's cry pierced through, it did not sink into Korida's body, but only sent out a force that forced his heart out of his body and appeared behind him. Burst! Korida's heart flew out, fell to the ground behind him, wrapped in a membrane, still alive, kept rhythmic, and there were no accidents. However, because of the panic, Korida's body stiffened, fell to the ground, could not move, and almost peed his pants. Kinyi beckoned Korida's heart over, fell into his hand, and squeezed it hard, causing Korida's heart to contract, making the latter feel a sharp pain, let out a painful scream, and curl up on the ground. If you want to survive, go into your account room, deposit 200 million yuan into a bank card, and give it to me, otherwise I will take your life now. Kinyi said coldly, and then kicked Korida out and hit the gambling table a few meters away. The reason why Kinyi asked for 200 million yuan was because he had already won 96 million, and the right was regarded as 100 million, and the other 100 million was regarded as compensation from the casino. Korida did not expect that he could still save a life under Kinyi's knife and was not directly erased, which is simply rejoicing. However, his heart was taken away by Chiba and held in his hands, dominating his life and death, making him very helpless. If Korida wanted to save his life, he could only obey Kinyi's order, go to the account room, deposit 200 million yuan for Chiba into the bank card, and give it to Chiba. After telling Korida to deal with the matter, Kinyi did not pause, his figure disappeared from the same place, and immediately appeared next to the casino guards who wanted to escape. Before, these casino guards did not despise Kinyi, thinking that he would definitely be killed by the Silver Thunder. The words of these guards made Kinyi angry in his heart, so he wanted to take revenge on them and refused to let them leave. Do you still want to leave? You don't have this opportunity. Kinyi appeared beside the casino guard, and a cold voice sounded, full of disdain. As he spoke, he had already waved his hand and slashed at the guards. Because this place was still in the slaughterhouse, he did not directly wipe them out by striking these guards, but cut off their bodies and became two segments, and their bodies stumbled and fell to the ground. Seeing Kinyi exert the strange power again, easily cutting their bodies, and letting them not die immediately, maintaining a state of life, this made him shocked, and he couldn't understand what kind of ability this was. It was so weird. However, they were glad that they were able to survive for a short time, and they had not even recovered from their state of consternation. After Kinyi cut their bodies in two, his left hand was raised, and a blazing flame was emitted, shrouding the 5 guards inside and burning them. As the blazing flames erupted, enveloping the 5 guards and burning wildly. Even though the 5 guards struggled and resisted constantly, they could not extinguish the flames on their bodies, and they let out a terrible scream, appearing very frightened and desperate. In the midst of the screams and wails of the 5 guards, they failed to change anything, and were eventually burned to death and reduced to ashes. The Silver Thunder stood not far away, his body was still flashing with thunder and lightning, his eyes were locked on Kinyi, and he was not in a hurry to attack. Silver Thunder has his own arrogance, and he doesn't want to attack when Kinyi is dealing with things, and he disdains to join forces with others to deal with Kinyi together, which is his respect for his opponent. As for the guards of those casinos, whether they are dead or alive, it has little to do with him. He was invited out of the mountain by the high level of N.A.N. Casino, just to deal with Kinyi, but he will not care about other things, and will not pay attention to the loss of N.A.N. Casino. Your business is over. Silver Thunder looked at Kinyi and spoke, his voice was still so majestic. Kinyi turned around and confronted the Silver Thunder, his expression was still indifferent, and he seemed very calm. I didn't expect that this old man of yours was so polite, but he was a little arrogant and didn't make a sneak attack, Kinyi said with a smile, which was regarded as a praise for the Silver Thunder. It's just a little ghost to deal with you. If you still need a sneak attack, then my name of Silver Thunder can be used without asking for it, and I can go home directly to retire. Silver Thunder spoke, exuding pride. Okay, I'll leave you a whole corpse. Kinyi spoke, and the flames around his body were already enveloping, which was in sharp contrast to the thunder and lightning surrounded by Silver Thunder. The tone is not small, I see what you are capable of. Silver Thunder said solemnly. Then let's get started, Kinyi said playfully. In the next instant, the two acted at the same time, rushed towards each other, and officially launched an attack. Kinyi held the demon knife in his hand and cried, flames erupted from his body, and directly slashed over. And the Silver Thunder did not use any special weapons, that is, a pair of metal gloves connected to the arm guards, gathered thunder and lightning, and the right fist burst out strongly. Rumble! The attacks of the two collided together, flames and thunder burst out, like a galloping giant beast, madly rushing together, producing a very rapid and violent power, wanting to devour the other party, blast the other party away, and drown in the powerful force. However, the power of the two of them is equal, unable to drown each other's strength, can only form a clear confrontation, lightning and flame impact. The picture looked shocking. The Silver Thunder was still quite shocked in his heart, he didn't expect that the little ghost in front of him was so powerful, and the confrontation of simple strength could compete with himself, on par. Their confrontation was very short, but after a stalemate for a little time, they could not suppress each other, so they quickly withdrew and then attacked. N.A.N and Silver Thunder collided together, the roaring sound sounded, thunder and flames burst out, constantly raging, constantly colliding. The scene looked shocking. In just a few seconds, Chiba and Silver Thunder collided for more than a dozen rounds, and each encounter was very strong, bursting out with powerful power, flying the surrounding gaming tables, and causing serious damage to things in the casino. There is a battle of this magnitude in the casino, and it is estimated that when the battle is over, the place will be in ruins and the casino will collapse. But who cares? I have to admit that the Silver Thunder's physical skills are very strong, accompanied by thunder and lightning. It can burst out with terrifying lethality, and it is very difficult to resist him. Although N.A.N's physical skills are good, after all, he is still a teenager, his physique is not strong enough, and if he simply competes in physical skills, he is also not the opponent of Silver Thunder. However, he calmly remembered his special ability, but he could compete with the Silver Thunder, could deal with the other party, and would not easily fall behind. Fighting against N.A.N for more than a dozen rounds, Silver Thunder also knew some of N.A.N's strength, and sighed in his heart, if he gave N.A.N a few more years, even if he was in his prime, I am afraid that there would be no way to defeat Chiba. Therefore, he must kill N.A.N now, and he can't let N.A.N grow up again, otherwise, he will have something in the future. I have to admit, you little devil is a little capable. Give you a few more years, I'm afraid you will reach the level of a shadow-level powerhouse, but it's a pity that you met me today, you won't have this opportunity. Silver Thunder said coldly, his expression became very solemn, revealing a trace of hideousness. On his body, there are constantly thunder and lightning jumping, thunder flashing, reflecting his face, looking very hideous, like a powerful ghost, full of killing intent. Then you can try it. After N.A.N and Silver Thunder collided with each other, his body quickly withdrew backwards with the power of countershock, and suddenly landed several meters away, still surrounded by flames. If he simply competes in this way, N.A.N will not be afraid, because he can make his body elementalized, immune to weak attacks. Even if he is suppressed by Silver Thunder, he will not be easily harmed. Thunder Shield. The Silver Thunder drank up, quickly mobilized the Thunder Attribute Chakra, and sealed his hands, causing chakra to burst out, madly surrounding his body, forming a set of armor, protecting his body, making his defense power extremely improved, and greatly increasing his speed. In this way, the speed of the Silver Thunder will increase a lot, and the combat effectiveness will be more amazing. Seeing Silver Thunder perform such a ninjutsu, N.A.N was still quite surprised. Originally the body ninjutsu that Union Village Thunder Shadow was good at, Silver Thunder actually knew how to use it. It was really a little unexpected. Moreover, if the Silver Thunder is cast like thunder, even if N.A.N can be elementalized, it is not completely immune to the attack of thunder, and it needs to be dealt with carefully, and some attacks are still available, and they cannot be directly resisted with their bodies. The Silver Thunder cast this thunder body, and he wanted to make a big splash, completely based on the advantage, defeat N.A.N and wipe it out here. Therefore, he rushed towards N.A.N without the slightest delay, and the speed was very fast, almost in the blink of an eye, he came to N.A.N's original position. If it weren't for N.A.N's speed not being slow, he had already been blasted out by the Silver Thunder's furious punch, and it was estimated that the whole person would have been shocked out. When the Silver Thunder rushed over, N.A.N had already launched a shaving, his body disappeared from the spot, appeared above, and swung his right fist, and blasted out forcefully. Fire Fist. N.A.N blasted out a fire fist towards the Silver Thunder, and the flames burst out, and the power was very powerful, like a fierce beast rushing, colliding with the Silver Thunder below. The Silver Thunder could sense that there was an attack raging down from above, and it also swung its fist, bursting out of thunder and lightning, and met it with a strong punch. Bang! The attacks of the two collided together, and thunder and flames collided, strongly impacting each other, wanting to defeat the other party, but they were equal, and they could only set off a wave of power fluctuations, sweeping towards the surroundings, blowing things around, or even tearing them apart, turning them into debris. Flame Dragon Claw Hand, Flame Dragon King. N.A.N rushed down from above, but the flames still burst out, wrapped around his right hand, and his right hand posed as 3 dragon claws, quickly probing down and attacking the Silver Thunder. Suddenly, the furious flames burst out, quickly forming a fire dragon, carrying great power, and attacking the Silver Thunder strongly. In the face of such an attack, the Silver Thunder did not dare to be careless, directly swung his right fist, and another violent punch, bursting out a powerful thunder and lightning, raging out. Thundered. The furious forces slammed together, immediately roared, the power rioted, and a big pit was blasted in the casino, and everything around was destroyed, turning the inside of the casino into a battlefield, without the appearance before. When the fire dragon rushed out strongly and bombarded the Silver Thunder, N.A.N elementalized, fused with the fire dragon, and rushed forward, looking for an opportunity to bombard the Silver Thunder. In the face of the fire dragon that swooped down and carried powerful power, the Silver Thunder did not dare to underestimate and dealt with it cautiously. He still waved his fist and burst out thunder and lightning, sending out powerful attacks to attack against attacks, defending against the fire dragon's attack. Under the collision of this terrifying force, the fire dragon could not defeat the silver thunder, but only froze for a while, and then collapsed out towards the surroundings, losing its original power. However, N.A.N was elementalized and fused with the flames, and the surrounding flames were up and down, and he could appear at any time and launch a sneak attack on the silver thunder. Seeing that he was in the flames, the silver thunder was a little awe-inspiring. He seemed very cautious, did not dare to be careless, shouted, and a punch directly bombarded the ground, forming a powerful force fluctuation, forcing the surrounding flames back, or directly dispersing, not giving N.A.N the opportunity to launch a sneak attack. N.A.N was a little surprised. He didn't expect Silver Thunder to be so cautious. It really didn't fit the image. If you want to launch a sneak attack, it will be more difficult. There is no right time. N.A.N appeared behind the Silver Thunder, surrounded by blazing flames floating and floating. He was like incarnating into a flame king, dominating the flames of the world, looking very powerful. Mirror flame. After he appeared, he did not pause, his right hand waved, and another flame was emitted, like a galloping flame behemoth, rushing towards the Silver Thunder. Although the power is not as strong as the Flame Dragon King, but it should not be underestimated. Don't waste my time by playing this trick with me all the time. The Silver Thunder roared, always being maneuvered by N.A.N like this, unable to enjoy the fierce battle in close quarters, which made him a little annoyed in his heart and became impatient. As he spoke, he had already rushed towards N.A.N, waving his fist, emitting a powerful thunder power, and blasted towards the wall of flames. Rumble! Under his powerful attack, although these flames were powerful, it was impossible to hurt him and defeat him. Suffering from the impact of powerful forces, the interior of N.A.N Casino was already devastated, and 2 large pits were blasted out, and none of them were intact, making this building crumbling and could collapse at any time. As before, after casting the mirror fire, N.A.N was elementalized and integrated into the flames, hiding his figure so that the Silver Thunder could not be captured. Faced with such a situation, Silver Thunder was really annoyed, and there was no way to pull N.A.N out and unload 8 pieces. The more annoyed the Silver Thunder was, the more N.A.N felt that such a method was feasible, and he didn't want any majesty, so he wanted to consume the Silver Thunder to death like this, make the other party impatient, create a suitable opportunity, and launch a sneak attack. N.A.N kept changing the position of his appearance, constantly bursting out fire fists, attacking the Silver Thunder. After 10 consecutive fire fists, N.A.N revealed his figure, no longer elementalized, and dodged the Silver Thunder. Moreover, a demon knife cry appeared in his hand, the blade fell downward, and his left hand swung upward, emitting a strange force. Conductor! A cold voice came from N.A.N's mouth. Silver Thunder saw N.A.N appear, the anger in his heart had accumulated to the extreme, and without the slightest hesitation, he immediately rushed over, wanting to attack N.A.N madly. Just as he was moving, 3 stone pillars quickly rushed over, stopped in front of N.A.N, and rushed towards the Silver Thunder. Obviously, this is N.A.N's ability to use the fruit of surgery, manipulating these pillars to rush over, blocking in front of him, blocking the Silver Thunder. The Silver Thunder did not take these pillars at all, and went forward, quickly punched, burst out a powerful thunder power, and bombarded the pillars with his fists, wanting to stop everything in front of him, all. The Silver Thunder punched a strong attack, shattering, causing the rubble to fly outward. A piece of fragments, passing under Silver Thunder's arm, appeared behind him. N.A.'s eyes were very sharp, and when he paid attention to this detail, the corners of his mouth turned up slightly, revealing a smile. Without hesitation, he waved Devil May Cry with his right hand, condensed the laser, and launched a skill. Scan. As the scan unfolded, he exchanged himself with the piece of splinter that appeared behind Silver Thunder, causing him to appear behind Silver Thunder. In just an instant, N.A.N appeared behind the Silver Thunder, like a ghost, without the slightest sound. As for his original position, there was only one fragment, which fell from the air. The Silver Thunder originally wanted to rush over and attack N.A.N strongly, but he didn't expect that N.A.N would disappear out of thin air, with only a broken piece. Seeing this situation, Silver Thunder's heart became awe-inspiring, knowing that it was not good, and instinctively had a bad premonition, and wanted to quickly dodge to the side. It's just that he wants to dodge now, it's too late, and N.A.N won't give him this opportunity. Scalpel. N.A.N held the Devil Cry in his hand, condensing the laser, and the sword light flashed, stabbing straight towards the Silver Thunder. Burst. Even if it was a strong person like Silver Thunder, he still couldn't dodge, and was successfully attacked by N.A.N, depriving him of his heart. As the heart was deprived, N.A.N naturally did not hesitate, flashed over, held the Silver Thunder's heart in his hand, and then squeezed it hard. Even if the strength of the Silver Thunder is strong, the most fragile and important organ of the body fell into N.A.N's hands, making him unable to resist at all, and his body was directly paralyzed, falling to the ground, and letting out a scream. Silver Thunder was surprised in his heart, knowing that N.A.N had such a strange ability. He was already careful enough, but he didn't expect that in the end, he was successfully attacked by N.A.N. Even if he still has a strong divine power, he has not burst out, but the heart fell into N.A.N's hands, and there is no need to continue the battle behind, his has been defeated, and life and death are in N.A.N's hands. Kinyi held the heart of the Silver Thunder, and floated down on a stone several meters away, pinching the latter's heart hard. He felt extremely painful, unable to stand up, let alone attack. Silver Thunder, the strength is very good, but compared with me, there is still a little gap. Kinyi stood on the stone and said unceremoniously, not modest at all. I am now your defeated subordinate. I want to kill or kill, listen to the respect, but don't try to insult me. Silver Thunder opened his mouth and said, although he was defeated, he still had a backbone and would not ask Kinyi for mercy. Well said, I don't plan to let you go, nor do I plan to waste time with you, so let's send you on your way early. Kinyi nodded and said, agreeing very happily. Kinyi did not hesitate, his left hand directly exerted force, crushing the heart of the Silver Thunder. Just poof, blood splashed out, and the originally beating heart was directly shattered and became meat sludge. The heart was crushed, and for Silver Thunder, it was a very fatal injury, and he could not survive at all. He just let out a scream, spewed out a mouthful of blood, and then fell down with a whimper, completely killed. Originally a fierce name, Megatron Yangming City, very powerful, with a peak ninja level of Silver Thunder, died under the hands of Kinyi, was killed by a little devil less than 10 years old. After killing the Silver Thunder, Kinyi was not in a hurry to leave the casino, standing in it and looking around. The decoration of N.A.N. Casino was originally very luxurious, but after this battle, it became devastated, like ruins, potholes, the decoration inside was destroyed, and some places were burned by flames and spread out. If no one is there to extinguish the flames, these flames can spread out and become fires, destroying all these buildings. Kinyi didn't want to leave any suspense. Holding the demon knife in his hand and crying, he directly slashed out a powerful sword chi, directly cutting the entire N.A.N. Casino in half, completely destroying this casino. After the sword chi burst out, it immediately cut the casino, and there was not much difficulty at all. Thundered. After the casino was cut, the walls began to crumble, and the stones continued to fall, crashing together and making a roar. It was originally a giant casino, but after a while, it turned into ruins, filled with smoke, and the flames still burned inside, emitting black smoke. Those who escaped from the casino did not rush to leave, but stood tens of meters away, waiting for the final result of this big battle. During the previous battle, even if you stood outside the casino, you could still hear the roar of the battle inside, which was very intense. Now, seeing the original magnificent casino collapse and turn into a ruin, everyone standing outside can't help but be surprised, excited, and difficult to calm down. Because the casino collapsed, the sound of fighting inside stopped, and the people gathered outside the casino did not know what the outcome of the battle inside would be, and who would be killed. While these people were anxiously waiting to know the result, Kinyi walked out of the casino. His figure was a little embarrassed, his clothes were a little tattered, and his hair was a little scorched, and he didn't suffer much damage. Seeing that it was actually Kinyi who appeared, instead of the Silver Thunder of one of the three saints, the people standing here waiting couldn't help but be shocked, revealing an incredible look, and couldn't believe it. The Silver Thunder was in their hearts. It was definitely a very powerful existence, like killing gods. It could not be resisted at all, unable to compete. Now, Kinyi was able to defeat or even kill the Silver Thunder, one of the three saints, which really broke everyone's understanding of him. He was actually so powerful that he defeated the Silver Thunder. He's just a little ghost who is less than 10 years old. Is his strength so terrifying? He is simply a freak. Even a strong man like Silver Thunder was killed by him, who still has the ability to defeat him, who dares to offend him. It is simply looking for death. For Kinyi, this little guy, these people outside the field finally have a new understanding, and feel that Kinyi cannot be underestimated at all, and can be infinitely high, but definitely not low. If not, it will definitely be very troublesome. Bite. The host completes the task, rewards 10,000 points, and obtains the two-sword flow sword skill. Climb the building. The sound of the one-piece system prompt sounded. After completing this task, Chiba's mood was good, with a very bright smile on his face, harmless to humans and animals, and looked very sunny. Kinyi walked out, his gaze fell on the crowd gathered in front of the casino, and found several employees of N.A.N. Casino, and did not intend to pursue it. Anyway, they are just employees of the casino, and they have not done anything to be sorry for him. There is no need to kill them. Kinyi was in front of the crowd, seeing Korida, who was trembling and holding a bank card in his hand. His face showed cold sweat, and he looked very nervous. Korida is very conflicted in his heart. On the one hand, he hopes that Kinyi will be killed by the Silver Thunder so that he can solve this demon, and on the other hand, he does not want Kinyi to have an accident, because his heart falls into Kinyi's hands. If Chiba is killed, maybe his heart will also be crushed, and then he will die and not survive. Now, seeing Kinyi come out alive, Korida was slightly relieved, but became apprehensive and afraid. When the Silver Thunder appeared, Korida's attitude towards Kinyi was very arrogant and bad, pointing at Kinyi and scolding angrily, which was considered to have completely offended Kinyi. If Kinyi was willing, he could easily take Korida's life, and the latter didn't even have the ability to resist. After Chiba saw Korida, he did not hesitate and walked straight over. "Lord Chiba, please spare my life, I know it's wrong. When Kinyi came over, Korida did not hesitate, did not scruple the slightest face, and directly knelt down for Kinyi, kowtowing to Kinyi and begging for mercy. What I want, do you bring me to meat? Kinyi said coldly, holding Korida's beating heart with his left hand. His expression was calm, and he couldn't see joy or anger. For Korida's behavior of kneeling down and begging for mercy, Kinyi did not feel the slightest, and would not be merciful and let him go because he begged for mercy now. No matter if Korida can hand over the bank card with 200 million cash deposits, Chiba will not leave his life behind, and will definitely erase him. When he was in the casino, Chiba had a murderous intention towards Korida. Here, there are 250 million in this bank card, I hope you can let me go once and don't kill me. Trembling, Korida presented a black gold bank card to Chiba with both hands. Kinyi stretched out his hand and took the black gold bank card, feeling that Korida was quite good at doing things, let him deposit 200 million yuan, and now he actually saved 50 million more, obviously wanting to bribe him and let his subordinates stay merciful. It's a pity that Kinyi doesn't eat this set. Your life and death, when you were in the casino, was already a foregone conclusion, now just let you live a little longer, and finally repent in fear. Kinyi said coldly, without the slightest emotion, he would not pity the other party. Hearing Kinyi say this, Korida trembled all over, his eyes widened, his pupils contracted, and his heart was extremely terrified, not wanting to accept such an end, not wanting to die like this. However, with this bit of his strength, it was impossible to compete with Kinyi who killed the Silver Thunder. Besides, his heart is in Kinyi's hands, and as long as Kinyi exerts a little force, he can end his life. No, please don't kill me. Korida cried out for mercy. Kinyi was too lazy to talk to him again, and with his left hand, he directly crushed his heart, ending his life, making him fall to the ground and swallowing his last breath. 2 days later, Chiba stood on a wet hillside, looking into the distance, looking at the raining sky in the distance, feeling a little touched and a little excited. In the distance, it is the destination of Chiba's trip, the land of rain. The country of rain, basically everyday rain effect, the air is very humid, and in the midst of civil war all year round, basically no peacetime, and the geographical location is very special. It is a buffer zone between major countries. Once a war breaks out, it will become the main battlefield. Because of the fear of spy invasion, the security of the rain country will be much stricter by other countries. Ninjas in the land of rain excel at assassination and are often hired by other nations to complete missions. It rains all year round, and it's really not a good place. Kinyi sighed and said, but did not plan to leave, but still wanted to enter the land of rain. On the way to the land of rain, Chiba made some preparations and bought a raincoat to protect from the rain, so that if you rush, it will be more convenient and will not become a falling soup chicken. Chiba did not linger, straightened his raincoat and cloak, then took a step and officially set foot in the land of rain, rushing inside. It often rains in the land of rain, but it doesn't rain all the time. Sometimes it only falls for a while, sometimes it falls for half a day, sometimes it rains all day. Therefore, there is no way to predict what the weather will be like today, and what the weather will be like tomorrow. In a simple word, that is, every day is rainy. Since the beginning of the Second Shinobi War, there has never been peace in the land of rain, and those who live here can be said to have forgotten the word peace. What they want to do is to survive in this chaotic Huo family. Not tomorrow will be erased, die inexplicably, I don't know why. In the land of rain, there are ninjas from other countries walking, not living in peace with each other, but retaliating against each other, wanting to kill each other, as if to vent the hatred in their hearts and vent their anger. Because small-scale wars often break out, the inhabitants of the land of rain are fighting to survive the war and disaster. Walking in the border of the land of rain, Chiba did not rush to find the Xiao organization, but first understood the situation here, wanting to know more about the land of rain. After all, his current understanding of the land of rain is completely in the plot of Naruto, a simple introduction, and there is no specificity at all. If you want to know the country of rain specifically, it is best to walk in the country of rain to know the specific situation. According to the development of time, the Xiao organization has, and with the original idea, has not fallen into darkness. Yahiko has not died, but is still the leader of the Xiao organization, wants a home, and brings rare peace to this country full of disasters. Chiba is not in a hurry to find Yahiko and the others. The country of rain is so small, go to 2 more places, maybe you can meet them. After Chiba entered the land of rain, it was still a little empty, but it didn't take long for it to start raining, driving away the original trace of the sun. Walking alone on such a rainy day, Kinyi is really a little unaccustomed, and his mood will become bad, and he really doesn't want to walk here alone, which makes him a little depressed. Walking alone in bad weather, even the mood will become bad. I wish there was someone to talk to, Kinyi muttered inside. In the territory of the land of rain, there are some factory buildings everywhere, and in the rainy weather, it is like a dormant beast, which will jump up at any time and devour people. Kinyi is carrying 2 knives, his figure is not tall, he is just a teenager. Compared with the vast world, he looks very small, like a drop in the ocean, and he is a single shadow. Just when Kinyi was careless, bored, walking forward, walking into the distance, with a forest of buildings, like a city, 5 shurikens suddenly attacked from the direction of his left, and the speed was not slow. Even if Kinyi is careless, in the face of such a shuriken, it is simply impossible to hurt him. Kinyi just glanced casually, and with a light movement of his body, he dodged the incoming shuriken without being harmed in the slightest. After dodging the shuriken, Chiba turned his head to look in the direction to the left and saw two ninjas in combat uniforms, quickly rushing over. In less than 5 seconds, two ninjas came to Chiba's side and stopped Chiba from front to back, not intending to let him leave. The two ninjas wore black combat suits and wrapped their bodies tightly. Although they were adults, their strength was not very good, and they had not yet reached the level of upper ninja. I really didn't expect that there was a little ghost left alone. A ninja spoke, looking a little surprised. Anyway, since he has fallen into the order, let him never go back. The other ninja spoke, sneering. You are really rare, you actually came to die, I should really have mercy on you. Kinyi slowly spoke, revealing a hint of mockery. Have mercy on us, how powerful do you think you are to be able to deal with us? The ninja who surrounded Chiba spoke, full of disinterest. In their opinion, Kinyi is just a little ghost, there is no strength at all, and if you want to deal with him, there is no difficulty at all. Otherwise, you think you're just rookies. Kinyi shrugged and said disapprovingly, don't talk nonsense with him, just do it and take him down. Saying that, the two ninjas did not hesitate, immediately took action, and rushed towards Kinyi, holding Kuwu in their hands, and attacked Kinyi's key point. Seeing the two ninjas rushing over, Kinyi naturally would not be polite, launched a shaving, the body disappeared from the place, and in the next instant, he came to the middle of the two ninjas, while casting his land foot, holding Kuwu in his right hand, launched an attack. Seeing Chiba appear so suddenly, the two ninjas had not reacted, they were surprised, they did not expect that a little ghost, the speed was so fast, it was really unexpected to them. Moreover, they are the process of rushing over and are not ready to attack. Chiba quickly moved his hand, cast his land foot, and shocked a ninja out and fell into a puddle. At the same time, the kunao slash in his right hand went out and struck the throat of another ninja at an extremely fast speed. Seeing such a fierce attack, this ninja was shocked, instinctively felt panic, knowing that Kinyi's strength was strong, and did not dare to underestimate it. His reaction was not slow, holding Kuwu in both hands, quickly erected, blocking Kinyi's attack, Kuwu collided, and immediately emitted sparks and bloomed. It's just that he can block the attack on his hand, but he can't block the attack on his feet. Kinyi was not polite, but still launched land foot, kicked out strongly, and landed on the opponent's abdomen. Boom! The ninja was not spared, and was kicked out, also falling in a puddle a few meters away, leaving him drenched. The ninja who fell into the puddle before has now stood up and was attacked by Chiba like this, which made him angry in his heart, and he didn't want to let Chiba go, so he rushed over to defeat Chiba. However, he still overestimated his own strength, or underestimated Kinyi's ability. Kinyi rushed over, pulled out the snow with his right hand, and cast a sword attack. One knife flow irang bird. Kinyi's speed is fast, and the speed of the knife is also fast, that is, in the blink of an eye, the knife light flashes, then converges back, passes by the ninja, and rushes out a few meters, as if nothing happened. However, after Chiba rushed out, this ninja who still wanted to attack Chiba, his head immediately detached from his body and flew up, and accompanied by a stream of blood, splashed in the air, blooming dazzling blood flowers. After the head fell to the ground, the ninja's body fell backwards and fell on the muddy road, blood and rain mixed together, staining the ground red and looking bright. Another ninja, seeing his partner, was easily killed like this, without the slightest difficulty, not even the ability to resist, killed with one blow, suddenly felt shocked, and his heart became terrified. He finally realized that although Kinyi didn't look big, his strength was so terrifying, it was simply something he could resist. After he stood up, he didn't even pay attention to his dead companion, didn't say a word, immediately turned around, and fled into the distance, trying to save his life. If these two ninjas were a little more sensible and didn't come to trouble Chiba, they wouldn't have lost their lives because of this. However, since they are here, then don't want to leave alive, they don't have this opportunity. Chiba turned around, activated the ability of the frozen fruit, mobilized the rain in the air, formed two thorn spears, and quickly broke through the air and attacked the fleeing ninja. Burst! Two ice spears broke through the air and attacked, and soon, the fleeing ninja dodged Nemo, and was directly pierced through the body, and then fell in a pool of blood, swallowing his last breath. When he was dying, he should regret it, came to find Chiba's trouble, and took his own life. However, where in the world can there be a regret pill, to be responsible for the decisions you make? The ninjas who haunt the land of rain are so weak that they can't even survive 3 rounds. After killing the 2 ninjas, Kinyi shook his head and said, revealing helplessness. He originally planned to train here and improve his strength, but if the ninja who haunts the land of rain is too weak, he can't improve his strength at all. Crushing people who are much weaker than themselves all the way, there is no challenge at all. How to break the shackles, improve strength, and develop more strength. Killing 2 ninjas casually, for Kinyi, it is nothing at all, there will be no psychological burden, anyway, he has killed a lot of people, and adding 2 more places is not important at all. He was about to turn around and rush towards the city ahead. It's just that as soon as he turned around, he saw that from the direction of the city, 3 figures were rushing over. The speed was still extremely fast, at least much faster than the average ninja, and it could be seen from the side that the strength of the other party was quite good. Just killed 2, could it be that 3 more were sent to death? Qin muttered, not caring. Anyway, if the other party comes to find trouble, Qin doesn't mind doing it and solving them. At most, it will consume a little physical strength.